What's up, family? I want y'all to look up the year 1619. 1619, 16. Look up the year. Yeah, I know y'all seen that title. Something else. I'm going to do a little twist in it, though. Look up the year 1619 when it comes to black folks. You see what I'm talking about. This is dedicated and paying homage to all the people who the blood that was spilled since that date up until now. Paying my homage, paying my respects to the people who shedded their blood, and sacrificed themselves for us to live somewhat the pursuit of happiness as black folks, and some of us still don't appreciate it. Y'all better wake up, family. I'm rolling these videos out. Now, we got a lot of fools on here. You got one fool, I'm not going to say where they come from, meaning that I'm not going to talk about, y'all going to have to figure that out. Let's look up time travel. Look up time travelers. You got fools on here talking about they coming from the year 5,000, 4,000. They coming back to warn us in this latter day of 2017 going on to 18. Watch these folks. And you got people that's gullible, that's believing in these folks. Well, I'm going to do a little switching up some gears here. Sometimes I always, ponder and go into daydreaming when it comes to my folks as my melanated family, you know, my lineage, which is melanated as a black man. Sometimes I wonder if those situations never occurred in the year 1619. We came over here just to come over here, not by burden. We just came over here by free will to chop it up with the Native Americans and do our thing without even having a strain in that Atlantic slave trade. People throwing themselves overboard because they knew what was in store for them when they came over here. That's why those women took it upon themselves to take their babies and jump in the Atlantic Ocean, family, because they knew, they had a sense that they was going to come into, they was going to hell. You know, if you only knew how many people was at man, it's appalling. I can't even imagine how many black people is at the bottom of the Atlantic. It's a watery cemetery in that abyss. It's so many brothers and sisters that's in that ocean. If that ocean can tell stories, you see what I'm saying? Since 1619. Just think if our timeline wasn't corrupted. Just think if our timeline wasn't distorted. You know how far we'd be now in this year going into this new year? We'd probably be way more advanced than we are now. Technology we probably already be floating on the street and hovercrafting it up. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the technology. Just think, man. So we living in someone else's timeline. Deep, ain't it? You ever thought about that? We living in someone else because our timeline as melanated black folks was distorted and corrupted due to the slave trade. You feel me? If that didn't occur, meaning if that didn't take place, we'd be far more advanced than we are now. See, this is why I'm going to keep on re-emphasizing and reiterating this. This is why I do videos to enlighten you. Think about that. Think about if I, just think. Can't you fathom the thought that the time, our time, that time travel, it's like I'm coming back to warn you all what took place in 1619. That's right. I'm warning you. Look, folks, that red record, that Natchez, that Devil's Punch Bowl, I'll be Wells. Yeah, I say this video after video. The lynchings, the tar and featherings, the butt breaking, all that was due to, and it happened over periods of seasons, months, and years. Even if you think about it, we living on the wrong calendar. Everyone knows this. Our holidays are orchestrated. They are perpetrated by people that don't believe in our beliefs. We don't run this calendar. The calendar is distorted. It's corrupted. We don't even know what calendar we on. For real, we don't even know this is the true date. That's what I'm saying. Other people have created this, not us, not by our design. It wasn't melanated. So I'm here to tell you, due to ignorance, due to deception, due to jealousy, enviness, due to the greed of man, when they had us in chains, when they had us shackled, when they beat the hell out of the men, castrated the men, you know, raped the women. That's right. That's what happened, family. But when you do that to a race, it destroys a timeline. Now, in order for us to correct our time travel from 1619 until now, if y'all want to play this game, because these guys on the internet, they living in fantasy island, or they playing Final Fantasy too much on a game console. They not reality, family. They making that stuff up. They making it up. They reading a couple Stan Lee novels. They Stargate. They watch some old science fiction movies, and they putting a narrative and ideology together off of some script. And they get in the room and they make it up, and people fall for it. Who in the hell these people, man? It's crazy. And y'all believe that? That shows y'all what is y'all smoking? Cause I know they smoking something. They probably shooting it up. They probably bonging it up, waxing it up, and some more. Family, these people are comedians, and we are still suffering over that distortion of time travel and corruption of our time travel as melanated folks. So let's play that game. Let's play this game. Let's say I'm a time traveler from 16. What I say? 1619, and I'm warning y'all about why this time now is distorted. It's due to 1619. Let's play this game. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. I hope it don't fly over your head. Our time was distorted. It was corrupted. If we wasn't tampered with, if our kingdomship over the motherland didn't fall for the hoodwink and shook, and if we wasn't sold over here, boy, it'd be so mad. I can't even, man. Like I said, I can't imagine it. We'd be so far ahead now. And you mean to tell me we and people talking about it doesn't exist? It was then, this is now. We not suffering over that bull s. If we wasn't suffering over the shackles of slavery, why are these youngins in all these major cities and suburbs are killing each other at a record pace? Why are some of our melanated queens, which is mothers, are taking their siblings out and doing them in the most horrific way? Their babies they bring into this life just to snuff them out a few months, trying to drown them out. They drown them out. They put them in a microwave. I done heard a woman threw her child down a trash chute. All kinds of ways. I don't even want to talk about other stuff because they might say this is not user friendly. But y'all know what I'm talking about. And it's right up on other content creators talk about it. Back 34 years ago, that was unheard of for females to do that, and males. Males do the same thing, taking the ones they in the heat of the moment, and then 9 months down the road, the woman has it, have the baby, whether it be male or female, just to take it out. Sad, man. And you mean to tell me, oh, that's just by happenstance? It don't come from nowhere. It's not an origin to that. Let me tell you something, fam. Before I end this, some of these content creators on, whether they know it or not, some of these content creators, I'm gonna keep saying it, on YouTube, they still enslaved by their own dialogue. They enslave themselves by their own dialogue. their minds are still on the plantation. They have shackled minds. Their mind is not unshackled. They're not free because they thoughts, the thoughts and the stuff that play, those demons that plague their mindset, they still on the plantation within their mind because it shows in the actions of their commentary. It's time to get serious, folks. And y'all gotta, and to the ones that's in that, and y'all listen to this video, and I'm hitting home. Come free, come out of there, get free, because you are mentally enslaved. We may be off the cotton fields, we may be out of the plantation, but it's still mental slavery. When you engage in dysfunctional behavior, all these organizations and institutions, and all this gender stuff that's been going on, that's a form of mental slavery. Okay? So I'm here to warn you. I'm from the year 1619. Just like I said, let's play this game. I'm from the year, I didn't travel from 1619 up until now to warn y'all why things will keep happening to your individual loved ones and your family. It's due to some things that took place in the year 1619 up until now. Look up the date, study the date, rate, share, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. Arlomonk Productions. It's like I said, I'm coming from the year 1619 to warn y'all. I'm out. Figure it out for yourself. Research and see why these things keep happening in the black community and get free.